Hi, if you've got a Bosch washing machine or a Siemens washing machine, and if you've had the flashing code on the front that says E18, or on some of the Siemens washing machines it might say F18, then it's quite a common problem, and it's not a major fault with your washing machine. It's something that's quite easily resolved, and today I'm going to show you how to sort it out. Now, the first thing to do, if you do get this message on your washing machine, what it normally means is that there is a blockage somewhere. The first thing to try is, if it does come up with that message, then just try to do another spin on the washing machine and to try and pump the water out. If that doesn't work, then hopefully the next thing that I show you will sort it out for you. Just before I show you, all I normally say is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. What I do is I normally talk about household appliances. I talk about things like vacuum cleaners. There's normally a bit of tech in there as well. So just give us a quick thumbs up, subscribe, then we'll carry on. So as I say, the first thing I'd normally do is to select the, say, rinse and spin or just spin only program. Just try and do that. Sometimes that can get rid of the problem, but most of the time that doesn't work. We tend to find with Bosch washing machines that kind of solution probably works once every say 3 or 4 times. So it's not a brilliant solution, but sometimes it's a lot easier and it's a lot quicker. But really the main one, and if I just move the camera down to the bottom, what you need to do is you need to have access down to the bottom here. So what you need to do is you need to remove this flap, because often what will happen is it means there's a blockage down here where the pump is. So really the thing we need to do is first of all to check the water level within the washing machine, because you'll find within a lot of Bosch and Siemens washing machines that they have got a pipe just at the bottom here, and what we need to do is we need to empty the water from the washer first. Now I've done this several times and it has worked each time. Sometimes we're lucky enough that a lot of the water has drained out the machine already, and hopefully I think this time we are pretty lucky with that. Last time I did it, I had more than half a drum load of water, and it takes quite a while to drain all the water out. The main thing I'd recommend is just get an old tin, so just something like this, pop that under there. You'll normally find it's a lot easier and quicker to do it this way. And also just get some old towels as well. So if you hadn't got a tin like that, then you might need some towels or some kitchen roll or something. But just have those to hand before you start doing this. Now if you are lucky enough to have a pipe like this, then just take that out, and what you need to do is just take the cap off, and what you'll find, hopefully you can see that the water is going to drain from the drum. Now this process can take quite a while, and again it depends on the amount of water that you got within the drum, but it's quite a, as I say, it can be quite a lengthy process, but it is a case of just being patient with it. So really what I want to do now is to drain all the water from the drum, and I suppose to make life a little bit easier, you can just unclip that little flap there, put that to one side, and what you want to do is just make sure all the water drains from it. It can take several goes with this, so you just want to make sure that you don't let that overflow, because you don't want water to go everywhere. So you might be able to see on the corner here that I've got almost a bucket full of water. So unfortunately there's a lot more than I thought there was in the first place. You can tell when you're on the home stretch, because the water flow starts to slow down a lot. Also, I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear there's like a gurgling sound, which is music to my ears at the moment, because I'm quite fed up of doing this. This must be about the 8th or 9th tray that I've had to empty. But once you get to that stage, when it really starts to slow down, then what you can do is to start to undo the cap here. And what this will do, because really what we're trying to do is to take this cap off, but what you don't want to do is you don't want to do that when you've got water in the machine, because if you do, then you're going to get a flood or you'll get very, very soggy feet. So you just need to undo this, and you might still get some water out the machine. I think it's just trickling out the side a little bit. And then once we can take that out, you might find there's a blockage somewhere. And look at this. for some reason we found a key. And what else have we got? There's a little clip. So normally what happens is that there's normally things like the colour catchers that get blocked around here. This can be a common problem. We've had that several times. Sometimes it could just be bits of lint or fluff that get caught around here. But really what I'd recommend doing is just getting your fingers in here. It can be a little bit of a messy job, but just get your fingers in and just have a feel around, just to make sure there's nothing else that's blocking it at all. Because what you want to do is you want to make sure that everything's clear from inside there. Hopefully you will have turned the power off by now. I can feel something else in there. What have we got in here? Oh, there's another clip. So I'm not quite sure why they're in there. But now I can feel that that's completely free. There's nothing else in there. What you can do is, if you're not too sure, you can get a torch in there just to shine inside, just to see if there's anything else in there. But I'm quite happy that that is okay and clean. What I do need to do is I just want to get a cloth. So I just want to give this a quick clean. Yeah, I want to give this the best opportunity to not get blocked up again, because it's one of those things that it doesn't happen very often. I must admit it's nice to know how to solve the problem when it does happen. But I suppose for now that's okay. As you can see, I've got rid of any of the dirt on there now. So really what we need to do now is to pop that back in. So you just want to twist that clockwise. That's it. Just get that in, so it can be a little bit stiff. Make sure that's nice and tight, and then don't forget to put the cap back on there. So just make sure that's on, nice and solid. Then just clip that back on there. I'm going to make sure that these bits are out the way, put to the side. Just going to empty that last bit of water. So I will need to tidy up in here in a moment. And let's just pop the flat back on there. That's it. So that's all back in position now. So what I'll do, I'm just going to move all these bits out of the way, and then we'll give it another go. So I should have mentioned that beforehand. I did actually turn the power off on the machine just before you start sticking your fingers around the pump. But what I want to do now, so although I've got some clothes in here, I just want to put it through say a rinse and a spin. And what you can do is I'll select a 1400 spin speed. So as I say, I'm just going to put it through a quick program just to make sure that everything is okay. And let's just press start. Right, so it's just towards the end of the spinning and rinsing process. This is a good sign because it's doing the final spin now. Clearly what it's done is it's pumped the water out. But what I want to do is I just want to make sure it completely finishes the cycle, and then that will be job done. So that beeping sound is music to my ears at the moment. That means that the process we've just done has been successful. So let's just turn that off. So as I say, that's worked really well. So I'll just run through it quickly again. So what I did is, first of all, I tried putting it through a spin only program to start with, after it first came up with the E18 or F18 code, depending on which washing machine you've got. That didn't work, so we had to drain the water from the machine. Just clearly had a blockage within the pump. There was a key for whatever reason. I think it must have been one of the kids had it in their pocket, and the two plastic bits as well. And basically what that does is that stopped the pump rotating. So it's a good idea that these things happen, because it's easy maintenance for the average user like myself. So I've not had to call an engineer. It's not cost me anything. All it's cost me to sort the machine out is probably 20 minutes, half an hour of my time. But now that's sorted out, I'm chuffed to bits. So all I'd normally say, again, as I said earlier, is please just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just give us a quick thumbs up. I hope you found it useful, that video on how to sort out the E18 or F18 code on your washing machine. But anyway, I'm going to go and get on with the washing now. Thanks for watching.